EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go here on a Thursday night. Now return coming from the 7. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Back to throw. He gets this one complete to Pittman. They get 15 on that game. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. They'll throw out of the gun. That's caught by Miller. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this one's going to be intercepted. It's L'Jarius Sneed. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact, for that matter.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Opening carry of the game for Tyjae Spears. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. It is Joey Bosa there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, it's Levis. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. From the gun, it's Levis. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And he pulled it left. No good. and this will remain a scoreless ball game.
Well, no excuses here, Mike. This is pretty clear. He just flat out pulled it and winds up missing it wide left.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to White. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll find his running back, White. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it. And I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's White. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Tampa. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A tight end in motion now. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Levis. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
From the gun on third down, here's Levis. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He'll tuck it and take off.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Got his man. It's the rookie from Alabama. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 29.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
First and 10 now from the 36. They'll run out of the gun. This is White. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Stretching the field is Knox. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll put a receiver in motion right. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A run on 1st and goal. A dive, and he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action. Oh, he pumps up the football. But he'll gather it back in.
And man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate. That ball bounced right back to him. He's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Levis to throw. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. He keeps it himself. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
Generating explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground, is the goal of every offense, Mike. But when you're able to generate those plays with your quarterback's legs, man, that's an element that makes these offenses hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, here's Levis. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Levis. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo. So we've reached halftime here on our Thursday nighter to start the new NFL week. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. On 1st down, Levis. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Levis with a give to Spears. And this is going to be a Titans 1st down. Good way. Gets him to about the 44.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Once again, it's Spears. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. To throw is Levis. This one complete to Bateman. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They go play action with Levis. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Throwing on second down, Levis. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, Levis. That one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Buccaneers will take over possession here at the 44.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a run by White. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The 3-4 defense, Mike, is predicated on the big man over the center, the nose tackle. He's big. He's strong. He takes up the entire middle of the defense, and that's exactly what we just saw on that play. He makes the stop for no gain.
They'll go again with White. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Back to throw. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
They motion a receiver right. They run on the jet sweep, and he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
3rd and 5. On 3rd down, it's White. He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
So we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This, about as short as you can get. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Buccaneers stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. fake. It's Levis. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Now, faking the give. And this will be incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And now it's going to be third down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, here's Levis. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Here's a give up the middle with White. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. A pickup of 14 on that walk. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 2nd down, a run with White. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
It is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Levis. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. Levis to throw on 1st and 10. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Levis to throw it here on 1st down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. A 2nd down throw here for Levis. Down the field, he's got his tight end, Okonkwo. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 1st and 10, here's Levis. This is caught at the 2. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 54.
Out of the shotgun, Levis. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. And now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Titans are able to cut into the deficit. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. Past midfield.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
First and 10. Now a toss left side for White. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll run over center with White. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it.